Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of Southern Woods and Waters. I hope you're all having a great Thursday evening around the house with your friends and family. We've got a great one for you again tonight, and it's one that's dear to our hearts. Y'all hear us talk quite a bit about trash and how it affects not only our roadways and our roadsides, but how it affects our waterways. A lot of that trash ends up in our waterways. As a matter of fact, a lot of it does. So what we want to do tonight is not only bring a little bit more light to that, but we've got someone with us on the show that's going to help bring a lot of light to that, and how one of our organizations here in the state is helping in what they're doing as far as helping with this issue, and how some of you guys can get involved in this. So I'll go ahead and back out now and introduce our guest tonight. I've got Shawn Bible with us tonight, and you're with the beautification division with TDOT. Is that correct?
Yes, the beautification office.
And y'all know this guy over here on the end down here with us, Dayton. Blair's with me tonight.
That's right.
And y'all hear Dayton talk all the time about the trash and the issues we have with trash. And we have another video coming up later tonight where we'll talk a little bit about that. But what I want to do right now is just talk about this first segment coming in. Now, Shawn, trash is a major issue in the state of Tennessee.
It is a terrible issue.
And it affects all of us, each and every one of us. It doesn't matter who you are watching at home, where you live, where you're at. It affects you in some way. It has a tremendous effect.
And each one of us needs to be part of the solution.
That's
we
right.
can help, every one of us.
That's right. We can, and there are ways that you can get involved and do your part. And again, we're going to talk a lot tonight about a lot of things that TDOT does, and how involved you guys are with helping with this issue. But it's just, they're just one organization, and there's so many others out there, several that are already involved, and many that we hope to get involved moving forward. So, but what I want to do right now, you have a very informational video here tonight. We've already watched it, and I want you guys to just watch this and pay attention and really focus on some of the facts and the numbers that you're going to hear in this upcoming video here. So let's go on over right now and check this out.
Environmental protections and the consequences of litter are issues all states face. Nearly all litter ends up harming our environment, water supply, and communities.
Nobody Trashes Tennessee is the state of Tennessee's litter prevention campaign. It was birthed out of the Tennessee Department of Transportation's desire to create a litter prevention campaign focused on state pride. There are two different types of litter. There's intentional litter and unintentional litter. Intentional litter is when someone throws something out of a window. Unintentional litter is caused by debris out of a truck bed or a car accident and debris is left behind.
Litter is really relevant for two reasons. One, there is a lot of littering going on. There's a lot of litter out there, and it really adds up. At any given time in Tennessee, there's 100 million pieces of litter on roadsides, and the Tennessee Department of Transportation spends $19 million annually picking up litter and educating the public. Additionally, as it moves, it's going to weather, it's going to degrade, so one piece of litter could very easily become 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces of litter. That all impacts a community's water quality, not just aesthetics.
Roadside litter is a major contributor to pollution that is often overlooked. Littering is an easy habit to slip into and a simple habit to fix. Responsible waste disposal and getting involved in your local community can positively impact the environment.
Roadside litter on the river is significant. 80% of what's in the water was originally littered on land. And so every time it rains, every time we have wind blowing really hard, we're having litter get washed into our river. And that's significant because it's people coming to fish, to paddle, to just be on the water simply because it's gorgeous. So when we have litter in our waterways, it not only impacts our ecosystem, it's also affecting our economy.
Littering is more of an issue these days than it has been in the past due to items being made more cheaply and made to be disposable. So it actually provides an opportunity for those items to find their way along the roadways. Simple practices to curb littering would be to refuse disposable items such as straws and plastic utensils, plastic bags at the grocery store, take those reusable bags to the grocery store, anything that's reduce, reuse, and repurpose.
The state of Tennessee is committed to fighting pollution. Nobody Trashes Tennessee is the statewide litter prevention campaign designed to make a global impact.
The The Tennessee Department of Transportation is excited to relaunch our litter prevention campaign, Nobody Trashes Tennessee. As a part of the launch, we are reinvigorating efforts with our county partners and Keep Tennessee Beautiful affiliates, such as the Keep Tennessee River Beautiful. We are also adding new initiatives with sport teams across the state and with the Tennessee Aquarium.
Litter prevention is really about two things, education and enforcement. What you're really trying to do is have the public to be aware of the act of littering, give them a chance to correct littering behavior, and make sure that they're aware of the wide-ranging impacts of litter. On the enforcement side, communities that have strong litter prevention, litter enforcement, they're going to have less litter in their community. They're also going to have less illegal dump sites in their community. They're going to have stronger enforcement of their covered load laws.
Correcting litter behavior starts with education and getting individuals involved in local efforts. It's imperative that communities work together and do their part to protect the planet.
Well, we just had a wonderful cleanup today, the Roane County River cleanup, and we partnered with a lot of organizations, and it really does take a village. And we actually had so much momentum in a site we never held a cleanup before. We had to close registration. There was so much energy around this cleanup, and we're going to be pulling out probably 7,000 to 8,000 pounds of trash today, just in a few hours. And so it's really empowering for these volunteers to get to see what they can do and the power that they have to make a difference in 1 hour even. And so, you know, our hope is that we will not continue to be doing these cleanups forever. We do not consider ourselves the custodians of the river. We want to take people out there. We hope this is an educational experience. We have a slogan with Keep the Tennessee River Beautiful, and it is your river, your impact. And it really is just that. Whatever you put into that river is what you're going to get back. This is our water source. It's really important for people to get educated about the consequences and how this really does impact our whole community.
The Tennessee Department of Transportation Adopt a Highway is an excellent example of how an individual can do something that would make a difference in their community. The beauty of that program is not only do they provide a sign giving recognition, they also provide the supplies that are needed in order to do the cleanup.
If you know me, you follow my career since I've been in the NBA. Ever since I've gone in, I've been about the community. And with this TDOT program, Nobody Trashes Tennessee, I'm all for it because I hate litter myself. I've always hated litter. I've always, wherever I've been, if I've seen a trash on the ground or whatever, I'll pick it up and put it in the trash. So I'm big on that, and I believe in this campaign.
Keep Tennessee Beautiful's mission is to educate and inspire people to take action every day to improve and beautify their community environments. And we do that through 3 E's: education, engagement, and enforcement, with enforcement being the last resort. Because we're hoping by carrying out our mission and educating people that it will inspire them to change their behavior, take one action to do something to make their community and their state beautiful.
To learn more, contact us today.
All right, guys, it's time for this week's Wild Game Forecast. It's been sponsored by our friends over at Wilson Bank and Trust. You guys can stop in to see them at one of 29 Middle Tennessee locations. Let them take care of all your banking and financial needs, and be sure to tell them thank you for all they do for us here at the show. All right, guys, your forecast coming up as far as the weekend. Looks like we got some little bit more rain coming tomorrow and some more cold weather coming in. What I want to hit on with that is, and Dayton will probably agree, the fish have come in and done a lot, Dayton, in some of our reservoirs and our waters that warm up a little bit quicker. But something we were talking about earlier and something that's going to be coming up over these next couple of weeks is your waterways, especially your main river systems where you've got high current flow all the time, they've still got a lot lower temperatures right now. Right. So guess what's going to be happening over these next couple of weeks? Those are going to start raising up, and you're going to have this all over again.
That's right.
In some of your favorite bodies of water, such as around the Tennessee River, where we were just at this video doing the cleanup.
Right.
So that's something to be looking for in your forecast over the next couple of weeks. This weekend, a little cool. If you're going to get out turkey hunting, I'd say they'll be talking well, but might want to take a little heater with you or an extra layer of clothes with you one way or the other. But either way, going to be a great weekend to get out and enjoy the outdoors. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back in just a minute with this week's Pictures of the Week and some more Southern Woods and Waters.